The final project for MMDT 1051 is the most dangerous selfie. You are going to creatively express yourself, make your ideas come to life. Photoshop, remember, is just the tool. So you're going to create the most dangerous selfie ever. This means make a selfie in a dangerous situation. Obviously, don't put yourself in that situation, but create it in Photoshop. There are 100 total points possible for this final project. Your potential points earned will directly depend on the effort that you put into your project and the criteria that you decide to implement. Now note, if the instructor notes that criteria items were not completed to an expert level, points will be reduced. Competence must be demonstrated for each criteria item to earn the associated points. So on page 2 is a complete listing of the criteria. There are 27 criteria items here. So you need to do 1 through 25 to have the potential to earn all 100 points. Criteria 26 and criteria 27, creating an action and creating a basic animation, are bonus. So you're going to document which of the criteria items you choose to implement by specifying exactly what you did with that technique. This documentation must accompany your final Photoshop document in the Dropbox. So I do want you to submit a .psd. If you do not submit the documentation, you're not going to receive credit for the criteria. So I do want you also to be conscious of file size. File size in this Photoshop document can get out of hand very quickly and very easily. So make sure you're controlling it. Look at your overall resolution. You maybe don't need a 300 resolution, 300 DPI resolution photo for this project, just to control the file size. So the assessment for each criteria item. You will choose to complete, like we mentioned, the criteria items that you want. The more, obviously, criteria that you complete, the better your odds are for successfully completing this project. So the grade is really up to you. How much do you want to put into this project? So even though you choose to do the criteria item, does not mean that you're going to automatically earn all 4 points for each criteria listed. You need to perform it at an expert level to receive all 4 points. That expert level will show me that you have superb understanding of the techniques and application of that specific tool or task in Photoshop. You're going to show me this. It's going to be an excellent demonstration. It's at a professional level. In order to earn 3 potential points for each criteria item, that would be the intermediate level. You're showing me a basic understanding of the technique. You're utilizing the tools with a bit more knowledge and practice could or would improve the results. It isn't at a novice level, but it isn't at a professional level. So it's beyond the fundamentals, but it's not quite up to that expert professional level. At the novice level, you can earn a potential of 2 points for the criteria item. This demonstrates rudimentary skill, but it does not demonstrate full understanding of the application of that specific criteria item. So it is not a professional quality demonstration. The criteria that needs to be completed in order to earn the potential points. If you would like the potential of earning 60 points or a 60% on this final project, you will need to complete 15 criteria items. To have the potential to earn 70 points, which would be a 70%, which is a C, you will need to complete 17.5 criteria items. Remember that a C is from 70% to 79%. In order to have the potential of earning 80 points or a potential of 80%, you would need to complete 20 criteria items. A B is from 80 to 89%. To earn a potential of 90 points, which is 90%, and A, which is 90 to 99%, you would need to complete 22.5 criteria items and have the potential to earn all 100 points to get 100% on this project, you will need to complete all 25 criteria items at expert level to earn that 4 points. Remember, criteria items are each worth 4 points at an expert level, 3 points at an intermediate level, and 2 points at a novice level. If you would like the potential of a few bonus points, you would need to complete criteria items 26 and criteria items 27. So one more look at the criteria here. I'll run through them. Organize layers with layer groups, make a selection, use swatches panel to save a new swatch, blend colors using gradient panel, adjust a layer opacity, adjust the blending mode on a layer, create type, adjust type attributes such things as baseline shift, kerning, tracking, etc. Use painting tools, create a brush and save it in the brushes panel. Use content aware, whether it be content aware healing brush or content aware fill. Use a layer mask, use an adjustment layer, create a clipping mask in layers or a mask that clips, and apply a filter. Use perspective warp or vanishing point to add perspective, create an alpha channel, use the clone stamp tool to make repairs, create a snapshot in the history panel, adjust color with either levels or curves. Create color samplers in the info panel. Use the pen tools to create a clipping path to save a selection in the paths panel. Work with vector shapes. Use liquify tools to distort an image, add annotations to a file, and then the 2 bonus items being create an action or create a basic animation. So some of these items do not take very long. Some of them are a little bit more intense. Remember, it's up to you on how much you want to earn for this final project. Each criteria item is worth 4 points if done at the expert level. Also remember, your documentation must be submitted for how you specifically applied each one of these items. I will post a sheet, sort of a worksheet, a design documentation for you to use if you would like. You can also just type up your notes, but please label what criteria item you did. For instance, if you choose to adjust the layer opacity, write 5 and then write specifically what layer opacity you changed. If you chose to use number 18, the clone stamp tool to make repairs, please list 18 and tell me exactly where you used the clone tool to make repairs. So along with this Photoshop file, there must be documentation. Have fun with this one. See what kind of dangerous selfie you can create. Once you have completed your most dangerous selfie, you will post it in discussions week 16 final project presentation.